Welcome everyone, Mrs. Rubeni here. In this tutorial, we'll only be looking at factorizing quadratic equations. Okay, in this tutorial, we will begin with factorizing quadratic expressions. Now, the general form of a quadratic expression is ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, where a is equals to the coefficient of x squared, b the coefficient of x, and c the constant term. Okay, so if I have this quadratic, I have 2x squared plus 5x plus 6. A, you must be able to label it. A is the coefficient of x squared. Okay, so a is the number in front of x squared. A is 2. This is what this is saying. 5 is the coefficient of x. 5 is the number in front of x. Okay, so b is equals to 5 and c is the constant term. So c would be equal to 6. We must be able to label it. We must be able to identify what a is, what b is, and what c is. The second thing, anytime we factorize a quadratic expression, we get the product of two binomial expressions. And remember, in the last tutorial that we did, we know what binomial expressions are. Two terms in brackets. Okay, let's move on. Let's begin with this. X squared plus 7x plus 12. Okay, we want to factorize this quadratic expression. Okay, and we're going to factorize it as a product of two binomial expressions. What do we do? Okay, what two numbers when multiplied will give us c, and when added or subtracted will give us b. Okay, let me backtrack a bit. What is a here? A is 1, the number in front of x squared. What is b? 7, the number in front of x. And what is c? The constant term, 12. Okay, so what two numbers when multiplied together will give us 12, and when added or subtracted will give us 7. Now I'm saying that, but let me demonstrate. Okay, let's begin with the first term. What is going to give us x squared? Let's factorize this quadratic. X multiplied by x. Yes, if we remember when we were doing binomial expressions, and please don't look at this tutorial if you didn't look at the others. Okay, and we have this. How do we expand this bracket? It's going to be this by this by this, and let's say I have this term here, then it's going to be this by this, and then this by this. Okay, all right, so let's get back over here. We have x by x. So we know if we multiply x by x, we are going to get x squared. Let's move on. What two numbers, what can I multiply to give me c? So I worked out a, now I'm going to c. What I'm going to multiply that can give me 12. And when I add or subtract it, it will give me 7. Now let's write down all the factors of 12. What do I mean by factors? What are the numbers that I can multiply to give me 12? So let's write that down. To get 12, I can use 12 by 1 or 1 by 12. I could use 6 by 2 or 2 by 6. I can use 4 by 3 or 3 by 4. Yes? Good. So let's try the first one, 12 by 1. Now if I put 12 by 1 in here, before I do that, could I do anything to 12? Could I add or subtract 12 on 1 to give me 7? No, I cannot. So I would not even consider the first option. Let's look at 6 by 2. 6 2s are 12. But could I add or subtract 6 and 2 to give me 7? No, so I wouldn't even bother. 4 times 3 is 12. Could I add or subtract 4 and 3 to give me 7? Yes, I can add 4 and 3 and it will give me 7. So I would use this. Good. 4 and 3. Now all positive signs, so I know that positive signs will come into my bracket. Now let's expand this bracket to confirm that we have the right things in our bracket. So let's expand this bracket. As you know, it's going to be this by this, x by x is x squared, and then it's going to be x by 3 is going to give us 3x. Notice I'm writing the numbers first. I'm not writing any signs in the middle yet. Now it's going to be 4 by x, which is going to give me 4x. And it's going to be 4 by 3, which will give me 12. Good. So now we have x squared. We are grouping our similar terms. The only term in x squared is x squared. Now in x, what do I have? 3 and 4, and I want to add it. Why? Because I want to get 7, positive 7. So that's, I'm going to get positive 7x here, and then I have plus 12. So if we notice, we factorized this quadratic and we got this binomial expressions, yes, and then we expanded it again, and what did we get? We got back the quadratic that we were given in the first place to work. So this tells me that my answer is correct. Okay, now all you'll be required to do is this step, but again you must verify and check your answer to make sure that it is right. Okay, so this is the end of the first one. Now let's do another one. Now you definitely need to practice this. Let's look at x squared plus 3x minus 10. Again, first thing I'm going to draw here is my brackets, my two brackets. Okay, it's a quadratic. I'm drawing my brackets. Good. I'm going to my first term. What's going to give me x squared? X by x. Now I'm going to see, right, what's going to give me 10? Let's write down those factors. 10 by 1 will give me 10. 5 by 2 or 2 by 5 will give me 10. So let's see. Remember, whatever I use for C, it must be added or subtracted to give me B. So if I use 10 and 1, 10 and 1 cannot be added or subtracted to give me 3. So I'm definitely not going to choose that option. Let's look at 5 and 2. 5 2's will give me 10, and also if I minus, I will get 3. If I say 5 minus 2, I will get 3. So 5 times 2 is the perfect option. 5 and 2. So I'm going to write 5 here, and I'm going to write 2 here. Okay, remember I want to get positive 3. So let's expand this bracket. Note I'm doing my signs last, okay? X by x will give me x squared. I'm doing this step to verify my answer, to confirm that I have the right thing. Then it's x by 2 is going to give me 2x. And then 5 by x will give me 5x. And then 5 2's are 10. Good. My x squared term, I only have one term. My x's, I have 2x and 5x. What can I do to get 3x here? What can I do to get 3x here? What will be my signs? I have 2 and I have 5. What can I do? What signs can I have there to get positive 3x? What signs? Let's try. If I have minus 2 plus 5, what am I going to get? Minus 2 plus 5 is going to give me a positive 3. You see why I'm doing my signs after? and then the only term without x is 10. Alright, so I'm getting minus 10. Good, so I must have a minus 2 and a plus 5. Yes, I worked out my numbers first, and then I worked out my signs. Okay? Alright, now we're going to do some more. So these two brackets is what I get when I factorize the sum. All of this is my working to verify that my two brackets are correct. Now let's look at 12x squared minus 28x minus 50. Now if you notice, in this example, we have a number besides 1 in front of the x squared. Yes? So we're going to work out this term first again. We're going to work out a. Now I'm going to draw my two brackets first. We have a bit more working to do here. What is going to give me 12? Now I have to write the factors of 12, and now I have to write the factors of 15. Okay? So let's begin with 12. What are all my options? What's going to give me 12? 12 by 1, or 1 by 12, 6 by 2, or 2 by 6, or we can use 4 by 3 to give me 12. Okay, so in this brackets here, on one side I may have 6x and then 2x. Before we write it in our brackets, let's work out the factors of 15. What's going to give me 15? 15 by 1 will give me 15, or 1 by 15. Also, what can give me 15? 5 by 3 can give me 15, or 3 by 5. Yes? Good. Now, which do I use? How do I know which pair to use on the left and which pair to use on the right? I have to work it out. Okay, so the point is I must be able to the numbers that I used to get 12 and 15, I must be able to add or multiply them to give me, what must I add or multiply? Add or subtract. I must add or subtract to give me what C is. Not C, but B. My apologies. I must add or subtract to give me what B is. So let's begin that. I'm going to erase this arrow for room. Okay, and let's begin. 12 by 1. If I use 12 by 1 and 15 by 1, would that work? Let's see. Let's try it out. 12 by 1, so it will be 12 and 1 here. And remember, we have x squared. What's going to give me x squared? X by x. Good? And there's no need for me to write this 1 here because this 1 is understood. But I'm just writing it in this example, okay? What am I going to use for 15? 15 by 1. So let's try that. 15 by 1. And let's see when we work this out, when we expand this bracket, if we get it back or quadratic. 12x by 1x is going to give me 12x squared. So it's going to be this by this, and this by this. This by this, and this by this. Then I'm going to have 12x by 1 again is going to give me 12x. Then I'm going to have 15 by x is going to give me 15x. And then 15 by 1 is going to give me 15. So as I can see, let's group our terms. My term in x squared is 12x squared. How many x's do I want to get? Minus 28x. So could I do anything to 12 and 15 to give me 28? No. If I add 12 and 15, I'm actually getting 27. And if I put a minus sign and a minus sign, I'm getting a total of minus 27x minus 15. Now note, I'm getting minus 27, but what do I need to get? I must get minus 28. So it tells me that the options that I use is incorrect. So I would work it all over again. All right? Let's use some other options. What is going to give me 12? Let's say I use 12 by 1 here again. If I use 12 by 1 here again for A, all right, what can I use here for B? For C, I can try the 5 by 3. All right, so I'm going to try the 5 by 3. I'm making changes to one side first. Making changes to the one side at a time. So I'm going to try 5 by 3 here. Still with my 12 by 1, okay? Let's expand. 12 by 1 is 12x. And 12 by 3 is 36x. 5 by 1 is 5. 5 3s are 15. Here we have it. Let's group our, we have 12x squared. Let's calculate our x's. We have 36x minus 5x. Could I do anything with 36? If I minus 36 and 5, I'm actually getting 31x. Yes, and if I put minus sign, so I'll get a total of minus 31x. Yes, minus 15. So as you can see, the numbers that I chose is still not working out. So the question is, why am I doing this? I am doing this because the truth is, when you begin to work sums on your own, you are not going to select the right answer first. You are not going to select the right pair first. It only comes with practice. The more you practice is the more you'll be able to recognize and identify which pair do you use. Remember, the pair that you're using, you must be able to add or subtract to get what the middle number is. Okay? So let's use the next pair. I tried 12 already and 1 twice. It didn't work. What else could give me? What else could give me 12? Let's try 6 and 2. Okay? I'm going to try 6 and 2. So I did 12. It doesn't work at all. Right? So let's expand this bracket now. I'm going to get 6 2s are 12 squared, x by x is x squared. It's going to be 6 by 3 is, are you all seeing it? 6 3s are 18x. Now I'm going to do 5 2s are 10x. 5 3s are 15. Let's group 12x squared. Let's calculate our x's. Could I do anything with 18 and 10 to give me minus 28? Yes, I can. Minus 18 minus 10 will give me a total of minus 28x minus 15. So I know that I must have minus 18 and minus 10. Alright, what is going to give me minus 18? Where am I going to put this minus sign? How am I going to get minus 18? 6 3s are 18, so it will be 6 by minus 3 will give me minus 18. Yes, right. And what sign am I going to put here? A plus sign. Let's verify that. 6 2s are 12. 6 by minus 3 is minus 18x. 5 2s are giving me a what? 5 2s will give me a positive 10, but I don't want a positive 10, I want a negative 10. So that tells me what? That I must have a minus sign here as well. Right? Must have a minus sign here as well. Good. Minus 10x, minus a plus. 5 3s are 15. Okay? Remember, the goal is to get the middle number. Minus 28. That's the goal. Okay? The goal is not to get minus 15. The goal is to get minus 28x. Let's do yet another example. 15x squared plus 14x minus 8. Now I'm going to use my two brackets. Let's write down all, as you can see, we have numbers here again. Let's write down all our options, our factors of 15, and then we're going to write down our factors of 8 and choose the pair that we're going to use to solve this quadratic. So 15 by 1 will give us 15, 5 by 3 or 3 by 5 will give us 15. What will give me 8? 8 by 1 and 4 by 2 or 2 by 8, 2 by 4. Yeah, so which pair am I going to use first? I must get, what do I have to get? I have to get 14. All right, so let's go, let's try the first one. We have 15 by 1. Let's see if this will work. So we're going to have 15x here, 1x here. What's going to give me 8? I'm going to try 8 by 1. Right, let's expand. 15 by x, 15x by x is going to give me 15x squared, and then 15 by 1 is going to give me 15. Then 8 by x is going to give me 8x. So I'm missing my x from here. And then 8 by 1 is going to give me 8. Because as you can see, I have my term in x squared. Let me calculate my x's now. Could I do anything with, could I add or subtract 15 and 8 to give me 14? No, I cannot, because 15 take away 8 is going to give me 7, and 15 plus 8 is going to give me 23. So I know definitely this is not working. So I'm going back to the drawing board now. Yes, I'm going to choose some other factors that will work best for me. Right, so this 15 and this one didn't work. It did not work. So I'm going to try, and this is what you have to do. Use your factors. Yes, I'm going to try 5 and 3 and 4 and 2 and see if that will work. Just clearing my brackets here. So 5x, yes, by 3x will give me 15x squared. And now to give me 8, I'm going to use 4 and 2. Let's see if these numbers work. Let's expand. This by this, this by this, this by this, this by this. So 5 3s, 5x by 3x is going to give me 15x squared. Then I'm going to have 10x. Then I'm going to have 12x. Then I'm going to have 8. Now I'm getting my x squared, I'm getting my 8. But the question is, can I do anything with 10 and 12 to give me 14? No, I cannot. So as I can see, 15 and 1 and 8 and 1 didn't work. Yeah, 5 and 3 and 4 and 2 didn't work. So what do? I mix it up now. Watch what I'm going to do. I have to use all the wrong options first because I'm showing you what happens. When you practice it, I'm very sure you don't have to work this 3 or 4 times to see what factors you have to use. Alright? So let's try, this time we're going to try 15 and 1. Before we tried 15 and 1 and 8 by 1. Now we're going to try 15 and 1 and 4 by 2. Alright, let's change it up. So I'm going to try 15x by x. And then I'm going to try 4 by 2. Let's see how this goes for us. So it's going to be this by this, this by this, this by this, and this by this. So 15x by x is giving me 15x squared. 15x by 2 is giving me 30x. 4 by x is giving me 4x. And 4 by 2 is giving me 8. Now, can I do anything in this middle number to give me 14x? I'm getting my x squared, I'm getting my 8. No, I cannot. So this combo did not work. Right? What combo again is there to try? 5 by 3 and 8 by 1. Let's try that. We didn't try that. You see, I'm taking note of what we tried and what we didn't try. This process may seem long, but as I said, I'm deliberately doing it like this because I know when you begin to practice on your own, you could encounter situations like this. So I'm telling you, be patient, work it until you get the answer. So now we're going to try 5 by 3 and 8 by 1. Okay, so 5x and 3x and then 8 and then 1. Let's multiply this by this, this by this, this by this, and then this by this. So 5x by 3x is going to give me 15x squared. 5x by 1 is going to give me 5x. Right, and now we're going to work out 8 by 3 is giving me 24x. And 8 by 1 is giving me 8. Alright, so the same thing is happening here. Same thing is happening here. I'm getting my x squared and I'm getting my 8, but I'm still unable to get 14 because 5 minus 24 is not going to give me 14. What are you going to do when you are faced with a situation like this? You have to think back. To get 15, what can I use? As I said, I'm deliberately doing this to help you when you're stuck, okay? To get 15, what are my options? 15 by 1 and 5 by 3. I did all of this, Miss told me all of this, and yet it's still not working. Start afresh. This is what we do when we're in practice. We start afresh. So everything I did is not working. I am going to do it all over again. Now if you notice what I have been saying, I have been saying 15 by 1 or 1 by 15. I've been saying 5 by 3 or 3 by 5. I used 15 by 1, that didn't work. I used 5 by 3 and that didn't work, but Miss have been saying 3 by 5. I wonder if this would change things. Let's see. So if I have 3x on this side and 5x on this side, and then what am I going to use? Which one are we going to use again? 4 by 2. Let's try 4 by 2. Let's see what we're going to get. 3x by 5x again will give me 15x. 3x by 2 is going to give me 6x. 4 by 5, remember, it's this by this, this by this. For those who can't see, this by this and this by this. 4 5s are going to give me 20x. 4 2s are going to give me 8. So again, as always, I'm getting my 15x squared and my 8. Let me see if there's anything I can do to give me 6x to give me 14x, right? So I have 6x minus 20x. This will give me 14x. What can I say? What can I say? Minus 6 plus 20 will give me positive 14. Use the calculators for those who don't get it. If I add this, I'm going to get 26. Okay, but if I put a minus sign, if I have minus 6, if I'm owing 6 and I have 20, I'm going to remain with 14. Yes, so I am finally getting my answer. I know this might have been quite a stretch for some of you, but this is what you have to do. And when you practice it, you'll get your answer. So if you notice, I'm getting 15x squared minus 6x plus 20. I'm getting 14x. Alright, minus 8. So I'm getting my 14, I'm getting my 15, and I'm getting my 8. So I must have a minus, yes, and a plus, because I want to get minus 6x. So 3 by minus 2 give me minus 6. I want to get a positive 20, so it's going to be 4 5s are 20. Okay, so I know this was quite a stretch for some of you, but I did this deliberately to show you that it takes time and it takes practice to achieve this. I just want to take the opportunity to show you another way that you can figure out this. Actually, it's the same method that I'm going to show you, but I'm going to show you how to eliminate your factors even faster. as opposed to working out and expanding the bracket every time. We can work out all our factors to see which one is the right one. So instead of working out all of this, I'm going to show you what we can do. I just need space and I need room for it. Alright, so I'm just erasing this to get some space and get some room. Good. So the first thing we want to do, we're going to solve this quadratic all over again. But the first thing we're going to do is write down all the factors. Yes? So all the factors of 15 and all the factors of 8. I'm going to show you how we're going to do it above the sum. Okay, so what's going to give me 15? 15 by 1 or 1 by 15. Sometimes you really need to switch it up, so that's why I'm writing it like this. What else will give me 15? 5 by 3, or in a case we need to write a 3 first, 3 by 5. Now that we have all the factors of 15, let's go ahead and write all the factors of 8. 8 by 1 could give me 8, or 1 by 8. 4 by 2 could give me 8, or 2 by 4, same thing. Now what we're going to do, we're going to start with 15 by 1 and 8 by 1, and watch this technique. I'm going to be working it over the sum, so I'm going to write it in this order: 15 by 1 and 8 by 1, and every time we work them out we will eliminate them. So watch how I wrote it: 15 by 1, 8 by 1. Now I'm going to cross multiply to see if I'm going to be getting the answer. 15 by 1 and 1 by 8. Let's go. 15 by 1 is 15 and 8 by 1 is 8. Could I do anything here to give me 14? 15 minus 8 is 7, right? And 15 plus 8 is 23. So I know that this cannot work, so immediately I draw a line through it, okay, as opposed to expanding brackets. Now I'm going to clear the top here, and I'm going to try the next two numbers. I'm going to try 1 by 15 and 1 by 8. So I'm eliminating them one by one. That way I don't have to expand brackets every single time. This is faster for some. 1 by 15 and 1 by 8. Let's cross multiply. Alright, 1 by 8 is 8, and 15 by 1 is 15. So again we have 15 and 8, and this is not going to work. There's nothing I can do here that will give me this. Alright, this is not working as I said, so let's move on and use, let me clear here first. So let's move on with another factor. Let's try 5 and 3 and 4 and 2. So let's try 5 and 3 and 4 and 2. And let's cross multiply and see if we are getting the middle number. Okay, so 5 2s are 10, 4 3s are 12. Nope. If I add, I'm getting 22. Okay, so I know that 5 and 3 and 4 and 2 is not working. Good, let me try. I'm cleaning here for space. I'm gonna try 3 5 and 2 4. So let's cross multiply. Right, so 3 4s are 12. Seeing that, 5 2s are 10. As we can see, that is not working out. 4 and 2. Which one did we do? 3 and 5. 3 and 5, and oh, we didn't do 4 and 2. We did 2 and 4. This is 2 and 4. Yes, we did 4 and 2. Alright, now we're about to try my mistake. We did 2 and 4, so I'm erasing 4 and 2 because we are yet to try 4 and 2. Okay, 4 and 2. So let's try 3 and 5 and 4 and 2. not 2 and 4, 4 and 2. Let's work this one out. 4. But I hope you're getting the hang of it and you're seeing what I am doing. Okay, every one that I use I'm eliminating. So 3 and 5 and 4 and 2 is what I'm trying now. 3 2s are 6, 5 4s are 20. Hey, this is it. This is it. Yes, 3 2s are 6 and 5 4s are 20. And if I want to get positive 14, what are my numbers going to be like? If I have 6 minus 20, I'm getting minus 14. So I need to have minus 6 plus 20. Yes, minus 6 plus 20 will give me 14. So you see, I worked this out first, and now I would come into my brackets like this. 3 and 5 is going to give me 3x and 5x and 4 and 2. And again, I want minus 6 and plus 20. Good. Let's do one more. Let's do one that we did already. Let's look at this one. And let's work out all our factors before coming into our brackets. Okay? So again, I have my bracket. So before I come into here, I'm going to work all my factors above. So I have 1 is understood in front of here, so I don't have to write that because 1 by 1 will give me 1. Okay, so what's going to give me x squared? X by x. Okay, so if I have to write down the factors of x squared, it's only going to be x by x. X by x is the only thing that's going to give me x squared. Alright, next, what's going to give me 10? I can use 10 by 1, 1 by 10, 5 by 2, or 2 by 5. Good, so after writing down my factors, I'm going to write it in here. So the only factor I have for x by x is x squared. Okay, let's try 1 by 10. Remember, when I cross multiply this, I must be able to add or subtract to give me 3. Okay, so x by 10 is 10x. 1 by x is x. Can I minus or add this to give me 3? No. So this is definitely not working out. So I'm going to scratch off that 1 by 10. And I know 10 by 1 isn't going to work either. Let's try 5 by 2. Let's cross multiply. X by 2 is going to give me 2x. 5 by x is going to give me 5x. Okay, and yes, I can work this out to give me positive 3. Alright, so minus 2 plus 5 will give me positive 3. So this is what I would want in my brackets. I'm going to have x by x and 5 by 2. Okay, and I want a minus 2 and a plus 5. This is what my bracket is going to look like. Okay, this is what my bracket is going to look like. Alright, good. So this is the end of this tutorial on factorizing quadratic expressions. On my final one, I'm going to go through the rest, which is completing the square, etc. Okay.